About my face cam today. Unfortunately, I've been a close contact for COVID-19, so I'm not streaming with camera right now, and I'm going to be in for a little while, so yo, if anybody wants to go and play some Rocket League for any time in the next, couple of weeks, let me know, because I could be in for a long haul, could be in for a while. Alright, so all these kids right here. This is Mr. Isaiah and all his friends, people that he's been playing with. But you guys aren't here for that. You guys are here for the Cubs versus the Vikings. And that is the second game of, the semifinals for the tournament. And, just everything that's going on right now with the tournament, everything is good, everything's great. Waiting for those room details. Trying to see who we got here. I'm gonna have to message Friction, see if I can get that. Alright, hold on here. Let me get this link up to you guys right now. UNL Cubs. Alrighty. Let me get in here real quick. Oh, I hope they're not super far ahead. Hold on. Maybe Friction will know not to start without me. Mr. Cullen, the face cam is not here because I am much more than just a close contact with COVID. Turns out my uncle ended up having it, and he's in almost all the streams because he walks down to the basement steps, and he lives in the basement of my house where I stream, so I'm much more than just a close contact. Guys, for those of you who don't know or didn't already hear me say it, I'm not using face cam right now. I hope you guys can still hear me. But yeah, I'm a close contact for COVID, so it kind of sucks. But at least I'm inside for a little while, just to get to rest and relax. My busy schedule slows down a little. Mr. Cullen, I was thinking about coming over yesterday for the games. I'm just glad it didn't. I got tested earlier. Hoping it comes back negative, but I'm doubting it right now. So if anybody wants to play Rocket League in the next couple of weeks, please hit me up. I'll be spending my fair amount of time inside. Guys, thanks for all the wishes. I really appreciate it. I don't look worse than normal. I'm not gonna lie to you. My face cam's just downstairs, and the rest of my family, it doesn't have as close contact as I do. So I am very much trying to stay away from them. Bet black, sounds good. All right, guys. So right now we got Cubs and Vikings. Everything that we need to. Looks like we got Kickins, and it looks like we got Grinch on the Vikings. I don't know why they aren't starting. They're gonna have to. Oh, what are they doing? What are they doing? Kickins is going to join up right now. Oh, maybe he just wanted the better field position. I don't know. But it's now looking like we're going to have Friction and Cooter, who I believe is Micah, here for the Cubs. Hold on, I'm just going to turn this down just a smidge, so you guys can hear me a little bit. And then on the Vikings, we have Kickins and Grinch. Listen, I think it's going to be a great game. I think it's all dependent on, which team can band together better and be able to just put the ball in the net, real simple. So right here we got Friction on a phenomenal goal. Grinch just can't stop it. Nice little assist from Cooter. That's just what happens at the end of the day. You just let them do that. They're going to do it. Let's go, Friction. Let's go from Haley's. Oh, love it. And, oh, the Cubs almost had it again. Cooter couldn't put it in, couldn't finish it. The Cubs are starting off very, very strong on attack. I'm looking to see, holy flick, what was that? And Grinch is able to lay it in. Let's talk about that flick though for a second. To get that much flick on a oh, he hit it with his team. He hit it with the other person. I see what we're talking about now. Yeah, Grinch does an awesome job just putting it in. You know, a nice little assist from Kickins. It's 1-1. I can already tell it's going to be as an entertaining game as it's going to get. Kickoff, kind of right down the middle. You know, maybe a little bit more towards Cubs' advantage, but Kick being it on their side. Can the Cubs make something of that? Is that just going to roll right in? And it is. Oh, guys, look at that goal explosion. You know what the worst part is that I played with him when he got that goal explosion. He has never opened a cup before that one, and that was the first thing that he got from the tournament. Imagine that. Isn't that just ridiculous? Anyways, back to the game. We got about 4 minutes left. 2-1, Cubs favor. And it's looking like Friction is going to try to keep this one in wraps. Kickin says absolutely not, no way. And puts 2 or 3 touches on the ball right here. Rolling up. Friction says, I don't want you to have anything else here. Let's take a look at Friction here for a second. Friction is one of those players that you just can't help but watch. Unfortunately, he just let up that goal. But Friction's one of those players that always creeps in the back and then strikes really, really hard. And there's never anything you can do about him because he's always just there once his teammate has done all of the damage. And he's just a great player all in general. You know, there's nothing else I can say. Great player, great guy. I play with him quite frequently and just love playing with him. You know, he's a super reliable guy, super reliable player. He makes the right moves, he makes the right hits. Oh, look at that. You see, just looking at him. So, but now we're going to take a peek at Micah here. So Micah is related to the GM of the Cubs without revealing too much information. But he's another great player. You know, he's a fast learner. He does everything he needs to. He needs to be there for that, and he just couldn't be. But can Friction? Friction cannot. Playing great defense right here by the Vikings. The Vikings really are just keeping marching down the field after taking tons of defense. Now, can Micah do it? Oh, he can. Micah puts it in for the score. 3-2. Cubs advantage. 2:55 left on the clock. What a stop from Micah here. Micah just puts it right in and says, goodbye, equal. Vikings are going to have to have a little more communication. That kick up straight down the middle. Oh, guys, who do we think is going to win this game? Who do we want to win this game? Let me hear something. The Cubs defeated the Knights, and they're on to the Vikings, and the Vikings defeated the Rhinos. 2 teams that most people did not think would at least be out in the first round, but somebody has to go. Savage wants the Cubs. I wonder why. I think the real question I'm going to ask here is, does anybody want the Vikings to win that isn't on the Vikings? We got 3-3, just about half the game left. Kickin's taking it down the field, looking for a block, but he just can't get it. Cubs marching down the field as well. No, it's alright, Savage. It's alright. I'm sure that they'll do something else. You know, Kickins is definitely your stronger player on the Vikings at the moment, but I think it all comes down to the fact of, you know, what can Grinch do? If Grinch can be the next best player here, then the Vikings should be able to take the game. Cubs all the way. Dude, I think they can do it. I think they can definitely do it. Oh, beautiful flick from Micah. And is that just going to roll right in? Wow, Micah really is just player of the game right now. Look at that. He's got the stats, and he's just on top of his game. Just look at this guy play. Went for the demo. Unfortunately, couldn't hit it, but it definitely helped. You know, Kickins definitely moved out of the way to try to go and strike the ball from the other side, and he just couldn't do it. That's beautiful work by Cooter right there. Definitely one of his best performances so far, and rightfully so. You know, this tournament, it means something. You know, you guys don't know it yet, but it definitely means something. You know, we didn't really prior state the incentives for doing well in this tournament, but there's definitely going to be something that the winning team receives for doing well in this tournament. And I think that a lot of people will be surprised and, honestly excited to be able to take part in it. And just Micah is just on top of his game. Micah is able to just lay it out and say, Friction, I'm tossing it up for you. Here you go, homie. And he just tosses it in and goes, dude, I got you. Friction, just the guy that you never expect, but he's always there. Sorry about that, guys. COVID-related concern / update / news. Nothing good, but anyways. Oh, look at that beautiful pass by Grinch. And Kickens just says, absolutely, dude, I totally see what you're doing there. And he goes to bump Friction out of the way so that he can't do anything about it. Excuse me, bumps Micah out of the play so that he can't do anything about it. Right now we got Cubs up 1, 31 seconds left, and we got 5-4. Oh, this next 30 seconds is going to be telling of what these teams can do. If the Vikings can bring it back and manage to do something with it, then, they're really going to do something here. But if the Cubs can put another one in like they just did, that's dagger right there. Not to say that the Vikings can't put 2 more in the next 21 seconds, but that's only to tie it. Who's to say that the Cubs can't just rip one more? That's most likely the dagger right there. Let's go Vikings. Wow, 30. I was just asking everybody, who they wanted to win in this game, and they all pretty much said Cubs. They said Cubs all the way, and Cubs just knocked it in again. This is starting to become brutal. The Cubs winning 7-4 with 13 seconds left on the clock. The Cubs are just saying, listen, there's no way that you guys are coming back and scoring another goal and even having the potential to come back. The Cubs just say, absolutely not. And that's just the end of the story. 12 seconds, 11 seconds, 10 seconds. The Cubs are just goated. Listen, if the Cubs go out there and win this tournament, I will have been fine with losing to the best team in the league. And I know a lot of people are going to give me a lot of flack for saying that, because they think the Astros are the best team in the league. But I think that there's a legitimate contender in the Cubs right here. I think the Cubs have been slept on for long enough, and it's finally time for them to regain their spot as a number 1 or 2 team in this league. I don't think there's any team better than them right now. And if I were to place in the power rankings, which teams I think would be 1 and 2 right now, Astros and Cubs would definitely be 1 and 2. Unquestionably. There's no better teams than them right now. I'm already up. K7. Ooh, dude. I haven't talked to you in a minute. We gotta talk later. We gotta catch up a little. Oh, I got people DMing me crazy. Was K7 streaming? Oh shoot. Whatever. Oh yeah, everybody go check out K7 too. You guys can stay here with me, or you guys can go to check out K7. Oh, I got 9 people watching here. Alright, stay here then. It's fun. Alright. You got 1 game down. Cubs taking a huge victory. And you see Kickens using the Roadhog? Dude, what is you doing, Kickens? But, yeah, you see Cubs rocking 1 huge victory for Game 1. The Vikings need to perform and do well this round, or, they're out. They're done. And ultimately, it's unfortunate, but, they're just not doing as well as this Cubs team right now. Unfortunately, Grinch misses that shot. Fabo, this series does decide who is losing to the Astros in the finals. Cubs are up 1 game. The Vikings just scored with 4:10 left to go in this game. For any of you who do not know, the Astros dominated in their game earlier today against the Wolves. You know, if there's anything to come out of that game, it's that the Wolves are a much better team than everyone anticipated them to be. They're a new team, but they're good. And they did give the Astros a little bit of trouble. They even took a game from the Astros. But at the same time, the Astros are still a number one contender in this league right now. And you know, the question needs to be asked, without their GM Fabo playing in every game, you know, are they the same team? Are they the same team? Because obviously, you know, he was very good, but are they the same team without him? Do they still have the same talent, the same chemistry? And obviously, you have two people that are very, very good on the same team, but you know, what impact does not having him on the team make? And Grinch with a small whiff here, you know, unable to really come in and make it happen. Everybody, I'm going to take a break for just one more second. Alright, I'm back. Sorry. Alright, Cubs down 2. You have to wonder, you know, was that just a miracle game, or, you know, are the Vikings really going to be able to pull this off? Can the Vikings make a reverse sweep happen? What a goal from Friction. You see, that's what I'm talking about. I talk about Friction in the best way possible, you know. He really is just a guy who's always there, but that you can never defend. And you know, I see it in every single game that I play with him. You know, I love the guy. I'll keep talking about him all day. But I love the way that he plays, and he plays very, very well. And you know, Micah's the same way. I like all these guys. You know, I have a personal relationship with everybody here, with the exception of Grinch. And you know, I still love Grinch because he's just a good player. He's a good dude. So here we go, 2-1 with a little under 3 minutes left to go in the game. Micah really showed up last game. You know, Cooter was really able to do exactly what he wanted to last game, and you know, be the big part of the Cubs that they needed. And I haven't seen as much of him in this game. As I'm not talking right now, wow, he just shuts me right up. See, that's the other thing this Cubs team does. You know, they never disappoint. They always are able to just perform as they need to. Very good goal from Cooter to put the Cubs back on the table. 2-2, 2 minutes, 38 left. Kind of an awkward kickoff, but the Vikings taking it from the Cubs right here. Vikings are going to have to march down the field and they're just going to have to put one in. Now what I really like about these teams as well is that, you know, I feel like that they're two evenly matched teams. You know, obviously the Cubs got a little bit of ahead of the Vikings last game, but I think for the most part, these two teams are very evenly matched, and I think, you know, they just have all the potential for having a good game. You know, the one thing that I didn't see from the Vikings last game was as much chemistry as they probably needed to, and honestly, they just needed to take it a little bit slower. And that, you see, it's mistakes like that. Grinch got to leave that for kicking so that he can just jam that in there. And then Vikings are up 1 point. Grinch makes a crucial stop because, wow, oh no! Is that just gonna roll right in? Oh, thank God, dude. If Grinch messed up one more time, I was gonna be very disappointed. But look at what Grinch can do here. Look at the control that he has, the knowledge that he has of the game and where his car is, and just how it helps him in the long run. A beautiful, beautiful Fabo. I literally knew as soon as I said it that you were gonna say that too. This kid. All right, 2-3. Vikings up. This is. The Vikings lose this game, and they are out of the tournament. If they win this game, they go to the next game in the best-of-3 series. Back here, Cubs ball. Very nice catch from Micah. You know, he needs to be able to take that up just a little bit more to get some distance on the Vikings. And he puts one in the net, and Micah just can't defend it. Unfortunate, but just what a shot. So much power on it, and he just wedges it right above him, and he just can't do anything about it. And you're in that awkward sideways position, and it's just hard to defend, man. Yeah, wow is right. The Cubs really need to put a stop to the Vikings and what they're doing here, Black. Black, I love that you're here for some support right now, dude. Your teammates need it. They need the ability to be able to know that you guys are doing that. You know, hold on. I want to see if they're even in VCs right now. They are not even in VCs right now. I'm sure they're in separate calls, but Kickens tries to take it up and says, "Here, I would like you guys to have this. I think you guys should take this." Yeah, Savage. You know, it's awesome that you're here supporting your team. I'm sure that if they knew you were here doing that, you know, that would give them a little something something. But Kickens with the demo, I knew he was gonna do it too. Kickens is just so cheeky. He's just a cheeky player like that. It's just the way that he plays. I mean, a good demo every here and there is gonna be good, but you know, in the past couple of games, it's kind of been unfortunate. You've heard a lot from the Astros, and the two teams that have played the Astros have both ended the game talking about how they've just been demoed upon demoed, and it's just kind of crazy. This game will go to the Vikings. The Vikings say, we are not going out in 2 games. We are going to play for that last game, and we're going to play for that last spot. Kickens with a phenomenal game. 3 goals and just running the tables. Black says he will be right back. Black, I see what you're doing, dude. Good job. Give them some encouragement, man. That's all they need. So as we head into this 3rd game, I think that the Cubs need to be on the same page about how they're going to lay goals into the net like they did in the first game. They were all over that ball. Nothing could stop them. And, you know, just being on the same page is one thing that they're definitely going to need to do. As far as the Vikings, if I were the Vikings right now, I need to figure out how I'm going to defend when it comes on my side so that these Cubs can't just keep laying them into the net. A beautiful save from Cooter. Just lays it down perfectly. And the Cubs going on the net. And Kickens was upside down in the net, so thank God Grinch was there. Grinch really, you know, saved their butts there. Right around mid, you know, kind of just a struggle to get something going here. Kickens 50s. Cooter on the other side of that. A beautiful shot from Kickens, unfortunately just a little bit wide to the left. Oh, that was meant to be a center for Grinch, and he just wasn't there, unfortunately. The Cubs need to start driving down the field right now. A beautiful inside 50. What can the Cubs do about this? It is on the Viking side. Those are the ones that the Cubs need to put in. Those are the ones that they're going to be kicking themselves later thinking, wow, I'm just not there. And I don't really know what Grinch is doing right now. He's just kind of just flying. Friction's got to lay that one down. Is that a set for his teammate? Oh, it is. And what a beautiful shot. See, the Cubs need to be on the same page. You know, I feel like they're on the same page, but they're not on the same page. You know what I mean? Like, they were able to do something, but I think they kind of just got lucky from it. Cubs on the board early in the game. 3 minutes, 48 seconds left, and you got a 1-0 score in the game 3. This game is going to be the biggest game of these two teams, you know, arguable time playing here, just because, you know, when it comes down to it, you know, this is going into the finals for the tournament, and everybody has been so in tune with the tournament and what has been happening and what's been going on that I feel like teams are really going to understand, you know,